Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the fixtures and the results in the Barnet League. We'll be looking at the cup action as well as the cup fixtures from the London Cup and the National Cup as well. So starting off, we're just going to run through the Barnet League results. Got another couple of news stories from the Barnet League. We'll discuss them at the end of the results and fixtures section. But starting off in the Championship, Panathinaikos 1, Northwest Wanderers 2. Northwest Wanderers staying up there with Olympia at the top of the table in the Championship. Them two really running away with it. Them two pretty much already securing their promotions. It's just between them two now for the title. In Division 1, very good result for us. 5-1 win over Cadaris Town. They took the lead with a very good free kick, but fortunately for us, we used the conditions and their keeper didn't have a great day, especially with shots from outside the area. He was actually pretty good on the one-on-ones. He made a few decent saves with some good one-on-one saves, but outside the box, he was a bit lacking and it took full advantage, and it could have been more, but it was a good result for us. And yeah, a good confidence result for us. We had lost last week or the week before in the cup, so it's good to get a win and a very convincing win at that. Into Division 2, Powerhouse 5, AFC Edmonton 4. There's a double header between Fireside and North London Colts in Division 3. Fireside won North London Colts in Game 1, and then Fireside picking up a 4-2 win in Game 2. Division 4, Barnet Salsa 2, Maida Via 3, London Orient 3, Nissy 7. Nissy starting to find a bit of form. They started off very slow in Division 4, were near the bottom, but I think they're working their way up, and a good result there over London Orient. Division 5, North West Wolves losing their 100% start of the season in Division 5. They fall to a 3-0 away defeat against NLR. New Barnet 3, Roving Reporters 7, North Athletico 1, Cognac Athletic 1 was the other game in Div 5. In Div 6, Radlett Town and Mill Hill Club de Football seconds had a doubleheader. Radlett Town picking up a pair of wins, 2-0 in Game 1 and then 6-4 in Game 2. Pantera losing 3-4 to Barillikspor. I don't know, I didn't say 4-3. They lost 4-3 to Barillikspor, and that's an important result towards the top of the table. In the cup action, in the Roger Jones Senior Challenge Cup, Toriano beat Peckinspor 2-1. Trent Park handed a 10-2 smash into the Bandits, and we'll come on to the Bandits in a moment. Heavy hitters knocking out Oakwood 2-0. Mill Club de Football beating Gospel 3-0. We'll also talk about them. Sopranos 1, London Wednesday 3. Cricklewood 1, AFC Muswell Hill 6. Highgate Albion Thirds 1, Enfield United 5. And Ammonia Youth 0, Camden FC 5. In the Premier Cup, Gal All Stars 0, Memichik Galata 5. In the Junior Cup, Brotherhood Cosy 2, Underdogs 2, Brotherhood Cosy winning on penalties. And in the BSFL Shield, Camden Town Athletic 0, AFC Rosa 4. So looking forward to the fixtures now, weather permitting, because it has been very cold. So a lot of pitches may be frozen, but hopefully the games are on. In the Premier Division, AFC Oakwood taking on Zaza, and the Wrongans taking on Gower All-Stars. In the Championship, Olympia taking on London Wednesday. Panathinaikos facing Horizon. Division 1, Cadaris Town taking on Mill Hill Club de Football. Division 2, Powerhouse taking on Continental. Grange Park facing AFC Oakwood Reserves. And Northumberland Park Rangers taking on Sopranos. Division 3 sees Locomotive Thunder taking on Shentry Athletic, and Cricklewood taking on Highgate Albion Thirds. In Division 4, we have AFC Muswell Hill taking on Underdogs, Arness Rangers taking on London Orient, Barnet Salsa facing Nissy, and Maida Via taking on Torfik. Division 5, Edmonton Rovers taking on North Athletico. New Barnet taking on North London Panthers. Northwest Wolves looking to bounce back from that first defeat this season in the league, taking on Roving Reporters. And Coniac Athletic facing Enfield Albion. In Division 6, Atletico Grammar taking on Radlett Town. Barillic Sport taking on Camden Town Athletic. EFNS taking on Millwall Club the Football Seconds. And AFC Oakwood Thirds taking on Pantera. Well, they're either playing them in the Cup or in the league. It's one of them two. In the Cup action, in the Hearts Sunday Intermediate Cup. Hearts Sunday Intermediate Cup. We got there in the third time. It's AC Finchley taking on Watford Youth Sports. In the Roger Jones Senior Challenge Cup, it's AFTV taking on Toriano. AFC Oakwood Thirds taking on Pantera. One of them games will be played. I don't know what. Full time is just an absolute mess. Mehmet Galata taking on AFC Edmonton. Camden FC taking on Northwest Wanderers. Again, big game there for Camden FC. Can they cause an upset against the Championship High Flyers? Anatolians in the Intermediate Cup. We're going to get there eventually. Anatolians taking on Peckenspor. In the Junior Cup, Fireside taking on North London Colts. Again, they played in the doubleheader this week. Omonia Youth taking on Brotherhood Cozzy. In the Middlesex Premier Cup, Highgate Albion Reserves taking on Park Royals. Panda taking on Heavy Hitters. In the Sunday Intermediate Cup, very hard task for Enfield United. They take on a high-flying Kensington Town team. I actually looked up Kensington Town. The record's unreal. They've won every game in their league this year. They've scored 63 goals and let in none. They're in the Surrey Premier Cup. They're in the London Junior Cup and the Middlesex Intermediate Cup. So I'm not sure what happened with the seedings there, but I've looked through their team. They've got some very, very good players, and it should be a very good game. You know, Enfield United have got a lot of talent as well. Should be a very good game there. North London Athletic taking on Ivy Leaf WD. I was going to say WD-40 there. Hopefully it can stick. Ryefield taking on Ryefield taking on Trent Park. In the Sunday Junior Cup, we're at the quarterfinal stage. CP Royals taking on Highgate Albion Fourths. Larkspur Rovers Senior Reserves taking on Whetstone FC. In the Junior Trophy, Armenian Youth Association taking on NLR. Banstead Eagles facing AFC Rosa. And Intimum Razor 24 taking on Harefield United. In the FA Sunday Cup, Frimley Green taking on Highgate Albion. Should be a great set of, fixtures for the Barnet League, and hopefully a lot of these games go on. There's a lot of very good games out there this weekend. We're just going to mention some of the news. Unfortunately, we've had two teams this week drop out of the Barnet Sunday League at their third seasons. The Bandits of the Premier Division, as we mentioned, they played last weekend, losing 10-2 to Trent Park. Trent Park are a decent team, a very good team, actually. We played them to a 1-1 draw in the Intermediate Cup, and they picked up the win on penalties. But they are a very good team. The Bandits, though, for the talent they have, I think a 10-2 loss, kind of sums up maybe the organisation, maybe the lack of play availability that has, plagued them this season. A very, very good team. They've achieved so much in their 2 years as a club, and it's always sad to see a team leave, especially one with a lot of talented players, a team that looked very much gelled, had a family kind of ethic towards them. And as I said, a team that achieved much and has a lot of potential. Lovely kit as well, though. You can't just fail to mention that they had a fantastic kit. That's not what I've missed the most about them. And they had a great name, awful badge, but fantastic name as well. The Bandits. They will be a loss to the Barnet League. Hopefully, maybe they'll come back and reform. But yeah, great work from the team the first 2 seasons, and then it just didn't work out this season. Started off the season very well, beating Oakwood first game of the season, as we always mention. When we talk about the Bandits and their struggles, that they did start off the season very well, and it's just unravelled from there. And also today, it was confirmed that Gospel Oak have dropped out of the league. They were in Division 1. They were in our division. They have dropped out of the league. There was also a lack of players for them. They did mention it to us in messages if we knew any players that needed teams, or because they were short on players. They had a lot of injury problems. And it's also very sad to see Gospel Oak leave the Barnet League. When we played them on 2 occasions, they were a great bunch of guys. We were meant to play them actually about a month and a half ago, but the game got called off maybe a little more, maybe about 2 months ago. But it got called off that day. And the great bunch of lads. I wish them all the best in their future endeavours. I really hope that they can reform and maybe next season come back strong. But it's something that kind of needs to be addressed. Like, do we have, again, we talk about quality over quantity. We had, I think, 70 teams. We've got the Premier Division, Championship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got 8 divisions. I hope I got that right. Yeah, we've got 8 divisions. We had 80 teams. We've already lost 6 teams now from the Barnet League this season. So we're down to 74 teams. That's nearly 10% of the teams have dropped out. We've lost some very good teams like Westbourne United and the Bandits. We've lost RT United as well from the Championship, and Gower Hornsey. Lost Clerkenwell from Div 2, and now we've lost Gospel Oak as well. I just don't like seeing teams fold, really. Not that it's, selfish to fold and stuff, because sometimes you just, as a person, as a manager, as a team, you can't go forward. And it's a very hard decision as well, to keep going every week and week in to put out a team, especially if you're not getting the players number wise that you deserve. A lot of people put in a lot of effort to run their team, a lot of money, a lot of worries to run their team, and when you don't get the numbers you kind of deserve as a manager, as a runner of the team, it's very frustrating. And sometimes packing it in is probably the best thing for you. Yes, as I said, it's very sad to see them go, but it's just a way of life, really. Moving on to something a little bit, more positive. We're going to look at the draws for the Sunday Challenge Cup and the London Sunday Trophy. We're at the quarterfinal stage of both, I believe. Yes, we are. We're at the quarterfinal stage of both. So we're going to start off with the London Sunday Trophy. Brook Athletic of Essex Corinthian taking on Farnborough Old Boys Guild of the OBDSFL. For me, that is the tie of the round. Two very good teams, two of the favourites going at it. AC Milano taking on Oakwood A. Oakwood A have been the team that's caught my eyes as well. They've had some very impressive results in this cup, picking up a 5-2 win in the last round against Enfield United. Yeni Bogazici taking on Long Lane as well. That should be a fantastic affair. And Croydon JFC taking on the boys at Glebe Manor. The semi-final draw was also made. So it's the winner of tie 78, which is Croydon JFC and Glebe Manor, taking on the winner of tie 75, which is Brook Athletic or Farnborough Old Boys Guild. And then semi-final 2 is the winner of Yeni Bogazici and Long Lane, taking on AC Milano or Oakwood. If I can't, pick a winner. There's a lot of very, very good teams left in this tournament. And every year, I think year on year, these tournaments get stronger as well. So very good teams in that London Sunday Trophy. So we're going to look now at the quarter-final draw for the London Sunday Challenge Cup. And Heavy Hitters, fantastic win in the last round as well. They take on Hatch Lane. In the last round, Heavy Hitters picking up a 7-2 win over Hendon United. Hatch Lane with a fantastic 5-0 win over Spartans. It's been a great run this season for Heavy Hitters. But are they going to meet their match in Hatch Lane? Hatch Lane defending champions. We've seen them go through some turmoil this season, some adversity. But in the end of the day, they've still got plenty of talent, plenty in the locker, and they will be a handful for Heavy Hitters. But Heavy Hitters have showed that they're made of strong stuff, and they too can overcome adversity. They've had a few rocky results this season, but they've been fantastic in the London Sunday Challenge Cup. How far can they take it? We'll have to see in a few weeks' time when they take on Hatch Lane. For me, the next game could be the tie of the round entertainment-wise. Grand Athletic taking on Olympia. Grand Athletic looking good in this cup as well. Looking decent in the SFL London as well. I think they're top of the league. I know that SE Dons and a few others have games in hand. But this should be a fantastic affair against an Olympia team who have a very, unique style of play. They like to press very aggressive from the front, like to, enforce their, will on the game. They attack at pace. They've got some very dangerous players, especially on the wing. Yemi Buramoa and Antonio Michael, two of their very big threats, but they've got talent all over the pitch. They should be a threat for Grand Athletic. Grand Athletic, kind of go under the radar a bit there, but they're, a very good team. And, the proof's in the pudding. They're former winners of the London Cup. They're looking to, regain their crown this year. In the next tie, Bayswater taking on Kumasi Strikers. Bayswater dispatching Hatcham in the last round. Kumasi Strikers actually overcoming Lambeth All Stars. So two teams who were probably underdogs according to the the Twitter posts, were underdogs in that last round, coming through and meeting each other. And it's a good opportunity for either of these teams to actually go on and maybe make the final or even win the cup here. They've got a fantastic opportunity. They're at the quarterfinal stage playing each other. And I think both will believe that they can make the next round and then make the final. And the last tie, Under the Radar, the winners of Under the Radar, or Jam or Rock, I don't have a clue when they're playing. They seem to be playing every week. The winner of that game. So Jam versus Rocker this week. The winner goes on next week to face Under the Radar, and the winner of that faces Highgate Albion in what should be an intriguing affair. Should be a fantastic affair, that game as well. Highgate Albion doing very well in the Cups, and they had a boost really this season, last week in the league when Oakwood actually lost. But then with the Bandits dropping out, they were dented a blow as Oakwood obviously lost to the Bandits earlier this season, but their results were expunged, meaning that Oakwood actually, gain or lose a loss, so to speak, which is better for them. Moving on into the fixtures for the FA Sunday Cup. We're pretty much going to focus on the London teams. So Frimley Green taking on Highgate Albion and SE Dons taking on Club Lucy. We've obviously learnt that the Beatties game against St. Joseph's has been called off due to a frozen pitch. There has been a lot of cancellations due to frozen pitches, not just this week. I think recently, over the last month, frozen pitches have really, played havoc. It's not particularly been like a snowy kind of, year, but it's been very cold, especially the mornings as well. Bitterly cold mornings. Freezing pitches have, been a real problem this year, especially in the London area. I think South London's been hit the most. SE Dons are playing later in the day. They're playing 2:30 against Club Lucy. Club Lucy actually got to the quarterfinals last year, lost to Highgate Albion. Highgate Albion again in action against Frimley Green away from home. They've been in good form lately, Highgate Albion, especially in the Cups, as we mentioned, still in all the Cups. So they'll be looking forward to that game. Can SE Dons, continue their good form this season? They look very good in their last round against Clapham Rovers. Did fall behind, but, were pretty much in control of the whole game. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you got to the end, always really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, retweet on socials. Always appreciate the love and support. It means the world to me. We're trying to grow. We've been doing pretty well recently. I just appreciate all the support that everyone gives, and I'll see you in the next video.